as I am speaking here with Isis Latham, Isis actually is in part responsible for introducing me to Jeanne, but now I want to talk about Jeanne. So let's start, Isis, with what caused you to even consider working with Jeanne?
Well, it was a pretty easy choice because from the moment I met her, I felt like she just drew out honesty and feeling inside of me. And so that caused me to be able to see where I could go by working with her, even though I didn't really know what the end result would be.
Yeah, that has become such a common thread, that her character, even for those of us who didn't know what the EFT tapping was all about, there was something about her that made us at least inquisitive and want to know more. So speaking about the message that she gave in regards to the EFT tapping, how did that impact you?
So it made a lot of sense to me because I talk about money all the time.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed the fact that somebody else was unabashedly going to call it out and say, it's okay to have goals, it's okay to have expectations, and it's okay to realize them.
Did you have any hesitance?
I'm hesitating on answering because I'm trying to recall if I did feel hesitance over working with her. I don't think so. I felt more of an honor and a privilege to be able to work with her because everything about her is so joyful. I was surprised once we were working together at that moment where I had to ask her if, and it's funny, it even brings up emotion now, but as I was being so honest about the feelings that I was having, the emotions, the memories, to be able to ask her, to feel compelled to ask her, are you sure you can still respect me?
Oh, let's talk about that without delving into your personal life. I think it's important for people who are not familiar with what Jeanne does, or even if they know about EFT tapping, the way she connects the emotions. And that's what she's dealing with. Yes, yeah. The end result is, among other things, to be able to recognize and ask for your value. Yes. But it isn't just a monetary value. That's what I found out anyway. And so those emotions that you had to work through, what would you say to someone who maybe is considering doing this and then they find themselves pushing back or feeling a bit of resistance?
Right. Well, I guess what I would say is, would you continue going to the gym and working out if you never felt any resistance? You wouldn't pay that trainer to work with you anymore.
Oh, excellent.
So if I'm to consider that my whole mind, body, and soul is in some way a giant muscle, if I want to expand it, if I want to open it up, and if I want to create new opportunity, then I have to be willing to feel something. And we're just not quite sure what that feeling is going to be. So we tend to resist it because it doesn't feel comfortable.
Yeah. So what, if anything, did you find was helpful? How did it impact you?
Well, I guess if we're going to put the benchmark of money on it, I made 3 times as much last year as I'd ever made in my life. And I was on track to hit some major goals. We've had some minor setbacks with the COVID-19 situation of this year, but I'm not stressed. I don't worry. I don't give attention to money stress that I used to. Money's money, and it's just simply a benchmark for the rest of the things that are happening in our life. I would call it a lagging indicator. If your heart is not right, if your mind is not right, if your body is not right, then there has to be a natural consequence to tell you this is persisting. And this is why your income is down. That can be really hard for people because we don't like indicators. We want to turn the light off in our car if the check engine light comes on more quickly than we want to go and figure out what the diagnosis is.
Right.
And so I guess I realized that I had a giant check engine light going on inside of me, and it stresses you out and it causes you to be more ineffective than you might naturally be.
Yeah. And I think for a lot of people, speaking for myself, I thought I was doing the right things. I was putting all of this energy over here instead of here.
Right.
But this is what I'd always done, and it had always failed. So
Yeah.
It is.
But you can't heal the money thing unless you heal the thing that makes the money.
Yeah. It's such a profound experience. So is there anything that you can add or would like to add? Anything you want to say to Jeanne that we can include? I don't want to put any words in your mouth, but anything I didn't cover?
I think the biggest thing is just gratitude. That she is so open and willing to really listen to your story, take it at face value, then turn around and be able to tell you in written form what it was that you were experiencing, because in those split seconds we're we are there and then it's gone. And our bodies are designed to protect us. So if I'm experiencing something that reminds me of pain, my body is going to go, no, stop that. It's time to readjust very quickly and move on. And that's why we need a coach to tell us that we were there and to remind us of what we learned in that moment. And that's what she does so well.
That's so powerful. Thank you.
Thank you.